Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video, I want to share with you how I overcame depression, low mood, tiredness, and if you struggle with that, you're absolutely welcomed. And I'm going to share my journey, and I truly believe that it's going to change your life as well. You might be depressed and don't even realize that you're feeling depressed, that something is wrong here mentally, and you just think that probably my energy is just low and nothing wrong with that. In reality, you catch yourself feeling like that for a month, then for 2, then for 3, and nothing changes. You feel the same. You don't know how to get out of that. To shift something in your body, you should shift something here in your mind and your actions and behaviors during the day. So if nothing changes, then probably you'll still stay the same. That's why I encourage everyone to watch this video who struggle with these things. I'll share my story and maybe you'll find it relatable, because in 2022 I was in my lowest moods, energies, everything. Relationship, friendships in my lowest of my whole life basically. I couldn't imagine myself getting out of that. I thought I will never be different. I'll still stay the same, and I haven't seen life differently. My life was literally in black and white colors. It was so dull. When you just go out to nature, everything is just black and white colored. I was feeling very low every single day. Honestly, I didn't even want to wake up in the morning. Every single night when I went to bed and to sleep, every single time I thought, oh, it would be nice not to wake up. And I thank God, and I know that God has a plan for me, that I woke up every single day that I wish I would not wake up. And right now I'm able to share this with you, and maybe it will change someone's life. Life seemed completely meaningless to me back then. I saw no meaning in the things that I was doing. I didn't know what I was doing, what I want in life. I had no goals, no purpose, of course. Every single time I did something, like studied or learned something or read something, it seemed so meaningless, without any purpose, because why should I do that? At the same time, you feel like everyone is judging you. When you get out on public, you feel that people are looking at me. They're not just looking, they're staring in at me, and they're judging me for my looks, for my behaviors. They know what I'm thinking about. They know what I'm struggling with. They're probably judging me, like how bad I look, how weirdly I behave, and they probably thinking something bad about me. And this constant anxiety goes and goes on. Every single time I went on public, I felt like this, and it was literally destroying me from the inside, and I felt the need to perform in front of people, for people. I felt the need to be in a certain image that I think that they will like if I behave like that. Also, I put up a fence in front of me and try to protect myself from everyone, from people thinking something about me. That's why I was trying to look very like mysterious and very cold, so people won't know what's going on in my head and with me overall, and it will look cool at the same time. I know that so many people, so many women who are watching this video right now, they're living life and it feels like it's meaningless, but I just want to say that I know how it feels. I know how it feels to not wanting to wake up, feeling tired, feeling depressed, feeling sad all the time, not being able to smile even. Doesn't matter, it didn't hold any value for me. I can talk a lot about what I've struggled with. There's so many things like self-harm, anger issues, self-hatred, a lot of stuff that I overcame, like eating disorders as well. But right now I just want to say what kind of things are going to help you. 3 years from that, right now it's completely different. I'm a different person. If me from the past saw myself now, she wouldn't believe that, and I want everyone to experience that. Right now I'm in a happy relationship. I have found God. I love Jesus. I move with goals and purpose in my life. I know what I want. I want to make an impact. I'm working on my business as well. I have my dream body. I'm feeling very excited to wake up every morning, every single day. And now I'm helping other women to do the same. I believe God brought me through that path. Maybe you're one of them. You just need to heal and overcome these things, and then you might teach other people or show from your life example how to do that. Overall, the things that help me, if my focus on the things, what am I feeding my mind with? I think this is one of the reasons why you feel stuck and you struggle. What kind of TV shows are you watching? What kind of content you're consuming on social media? What kind of friends are you talking to every single day? Or what kind of YouTube videos are you watching? If it's something like that, like I'm sharing with you how to heal from this, it's useful. But if it's some kind of trauma, some kind of comparison with other people, some kind of cruel things, angry things. So what I was watching back then, it was jokes about being depressed. It was scrolling a lot of TikToks about how is it cool to be depressed, or some kind of relatable jokes that doesn't change actually anything, but you're just laughing about your mental state. At the same time, you're accepting that I truly feel like that, and it's kind of cool because it is funny, which is not funny. I was watching all types of content about being depressed, having all kind of mental disorders. I was taking a lot of tests, what kind of mental disorder I might have, like what is wrong with me. Then I came to conclusion that I might have autism or ADHD, and I started watching a lot of content, and social media feeds you with that content, and I truly believe that devil wants you to be very distracted, and he wants to put your mind in this type of content so you can consume it every single day and be into that a lot, and truly program your brain to think that something wrong with me. I'm feeling so depressed, I have autism, I have this mental disorder, I have like bipolar disorder. Searching what is wrong with you instead of how to heal. If you have been scrolling through social media and watching a lot of videos about what is wrong with me, for example, like, haha, being so depressed, my friends left me, like heartbreak, also memes and stuff like that. There's a part of the truth in every joke. I truly believe that you should take it more seriously, and I know that life sometimes can seem so meaningless, so I cannot do anything about it, but there's always a way. No matter how depressed you are, no matter how bad you feel, how traumatized you are, you can overcome these things through working on yourself internally and with your mind as well. There's always a way. So stop focusing on what's wrong, bad, or difficult. I actually remember when my teacher asked me what kind of positive things or qualities you have about yourself, you think you have. I was truly sitting there and not knowing what to say, not even recognizing that I even have these positive qualities. I didn't even want to talk about it, and I couldn't talk about it because I was so lost. My observation that most of the problems are coming from you watching other people's content and consuming a lot of things at the same time, how other people suffer, how they're feeling bad, how is it difficult, and in some moments you try to somehow apply this to your life and to yourself and stick it to yourself and claim this personality and also these problems to your life and to yourself. When you watch other people struggling, you start thinking, so in me, in my life, it is that bad. And you start shifting your focus from your daily life, from your environment, to what is bad in your life, inside of you as well. What is wrong with you? How am I struggling? Not what is good, but how am I struggling? What is negative? How is it difficult? It takes a lot of effort and time. How I'm in low energy and mood. It can be absolute truth, but it doesn't mean that you should shift your focus to only these things. And I know that it's so difficult because I've been there. Your mind is packed with negativity. It's packed. Something like a small piece in your mind, it's good, but everything else, like huge amount of things, Like this is all bad and negative. I hope it makes sense. The thing that you want to start doing is to unsubscribe, remove, click not interested in the content that destroys your brain and brings at least small piece of the negativity. And I want you to have this filter and start having that filter like this, split on good and on bad. Content, people, actions, thoughts, things, everything that you do, split on good and bad. There's no in between. It's either good content that is helping me, that is helping me to be confident, that is helping me to grow, or it's bad content that makes me focus on my insecurities, on what is wrong with me, on what is wrong with my life. It's just a recommendation to divide it and always have this filter. You watch your content, just go on your TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, any social media, unsubscribe from people who you think bring you negative emotions. And I know it might be difficult, like you think, oh, but they will be upset, like this is my friends or this is a person I know, but they will be upset. You will disappoint people and it is normal to disappoint, but do it for yourself to get yourself out of that state of misery, insecurity, comparison, gossiping. You want to get out of that. I just tell that this is the first step to actually changing the way your brain works and how you feel. Right now, like literally do a cleansing on your phone, on your TikTok, unsaved videos that are not aligned. What brings you negativity, even in the smallest amount of negativity or some kind of joke, remove and delete all of it. All of it. Stop watching content like this. Unsubscribe everywhere from everyone with this type of content. Yeah, you might have 0 following now, but your next step is going to be to follow on people who are growth focused, who are helping you to grow, who are helping you to change your mindset and actually heal from the inside out. And if you think that it's small thing, it's not a small thing. If you think that I will do it later, no, it's actually small details in your daily life that influence your brain. Even unconsciously, you consume that information. Therefore, you program your brain to start thinking like that. It works in both sides. With positive, if you see people making high incomes, if you see people building their dream bodies, spending time without alcohol, drinking positively in a group of friends and just being so chill, you know, or traveling, you install that into your mind. Same thing with movies, TV series, different programs, shows. Okay, it might hurt. It might sound like, oh no, I'm not going to do that. I don't want to. I'm not ready to do that. To remove your TV shows that are bringing you some negative energy, some dramas, some crime, detectives, thrillers, horror films, war films, as well, even if it's documentaries. I clearly right now have this filter and I can distinguish between what I want to watch, what I don't want to watch. Absolutely clearly I can say that this movie, it doesn't make me feel good. Like, I don't like Marvel, I don't like different fights, criminals, someone is killing someone, detectives, also it gives a lot of low energy. I don't feel good afterwards. Before, I used to binge watch different criminals. Oh, I love detective movies and like a bit of thrillers, but it actually sucks the energy out of you, out of your body. Sometimes after watching these types of like detectives, I thought literally you walk on the streets, you're being at home and you feel like everything like what I just saw, it might happen in my life, or it is happening, or people want to kill you. And if you're already depressed, if you're already in a low mood, low energy, remove this completely. It might just suck your energy out. You might not even realize, but when you watch these things, some kind of hormones that are like cortisol, adrenaline, some kind of also stress hormones, they activate in your body and causes a lot of anxiety, worry, and stress. It does not matter, like whatever. I don't care, it doesn't take me, like I don't react to this, but it actually influences you. unconsciously. You know, the dramas like Bridgerton, right? Bridgerton, it's so beautiful, such a beautiful movie. But for me, it just didn't sit right. I love the aesthetics, I love the visuals of Bridgerton, but something just didn't sit right in my heart when I was watching that. I was like watching that. Something was wrong. I don't know how to explain. Then I can explain what was wrong. Because this movie is based on gossiping, a lot of gossiping energy, and also they base it on like love story overall. Nothing else happens except couples dating or like trying to get together. Like, it's very beautiful, I'm not saying anything, but it just didn't sit right with me. So I think it's also, I have a very strong filter right now. When you see a lot of dramas as well, a lot of gossiping and unhealthy toxic relationship, I know maybe sometimes, or like right now, it's very difficult to distinguish that, but I just would recommend to subscribe on my channel. I talk about these things sometimes, like what is healthy relationship, what is not, how to distinguish it. If you would like to see more videos about that, just write down in the comments. I'll make it for sure, because I'm just thinking about what kind of content you need. I like comedies actually, because like not the stupid ones, but something more light, you know, like to watch, or some kind of stories, beautiful stories, fantasy, you know, something that you can watch with family, not too much like 18 plus. I like Elle Woods actually, it makes me very happy. I don't know, I just love this movie, it's like very girly. Also, a thing about it, it's music. Also might be very uncomfortable, but the thing that when you get triggered and it sounds very uncomfortable, to clear it up, oh, your life changes, your perspective changes. You'll be like, oh, I wish I did it earlier. I was so angry, like how they're supposed to make me feel bad, or like music, whatever it is, that words that they repeat, especially lyrics, they repeat it constantly over and over again. It also programs your brain subconsciously that I'm like that, I'm doing these things. And also in terms of right now, it's very popular to make music that is men talking about women in a bad way, like they can cheat. I got one woman today, then I have another woman tomorrow. If you just look at the Apple Music and Spotify #1 charts, it upsets me, honestly, because you look at the lyrics, someone tells that they're using drugs, so how cool it is to have so many women, they have so much money, look at me, I'm so rich. Like Cardi B, a lot of stuff like that, like about breakups, about unhealthy relationships, also materialism. You build your values also unconsciously based on what you watch and what you listen. You might think it's so normal because everyone are listening to that. But that's the point. Do you want to be like everyone? Then do what everyone are doing. If you want to be like everyone, like the mass, go and do the exact same thing. If you want to be different, if you want to be unique, if you want to change something in your life, do complete opposite. Like I tell you, do the opposite. If everyone are listening to that music, you go and you listen to something calm. What I like to listen to, I listen to Afrobeats, I listen to Christian music, a lot of worship music. It's very high energy and it's clean. In terms of lyrics, it's clean. I might sound very like annoying and boring with that, because I'm saying that because it's very important. I used to listen to very depressive songs. I'm not sure which groups are like used to listen to, but if it's very depressing, if it's very sad, I know that when you feel sad, you want to listen to something sad. When I'm sad, I'm trying to pray to God and I'm trying to listen to worship music that is more like calm, and it sets the tone and makes me to release my emotions in a healthy way, but not to drain me even more in this state of sadness and depression. Literally open your playlist. Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, whenever you listen to, open every single song and check the lyrics. If it's a lot of swearing, talking bad things about women, if it's toxic relationship, dramas, honestly, I deleted my whole playlist. Doesn't matter how much I like the song, I like to be healthy in my mind, in my body, even more than that. Anyways, you need to sacrifice certain pleasures in order to get that delayed gratification, the way your mind is clear, your values are clear, your mood is better. So first part of this is like detox part, or however you want to call it. And the next part is going to be a question and reflection. So the question is, which habits are making you like that? Think about it. Which habits are making you feel bad? And I know something just popped in your brain and you don't want to admit it, or you don't want to change it as much, because deep down you already know what is making you like that. Feeling bad, feeling undisciplined, or like very sad, low mood. I certainly knew what was making me like that, but I didn't want to admit it, and I didn't think it was such a big thing. To scroll a lot ruins your creativity, your energy levels, your mood. It overstimulates your brain. That's why nothing makes you happy. So you can go out to the streets, and actually with teenagers, I see it now that they are less happier overall than people before. When social media didn't exist, it was better with communication and different emotions. Of course, we were lacking different things, like, and that much information at the same time. Point that I'm trying to make, that you're overstimulating your brain. Therefore, you cannot be happy with some basic things. But it actually works like that when you scroll a lot, especially like when you wake up in the morning, start with scrolling, then you go to bed and you scroll again. And all these things, they fry your dopamine receptors. That's why basic conversations, walking outside, anything that you would do, it will not make you as stimulated and as happy. It's not even the real happiness, it's just instant gratification from the dopamine that you get every single time. Most of the people right now who are depressed, they are scrolling. It makes things even worse. Also, my habit of isolating myself was making me worse and feeling worse, because at that time I thought that I like want to be alone. At that time I thought that like I want to be alone, I don't want to have friends, like I don't need friends. But actually we all need communication, we all need to talk to people. You don't need to argue with me, because we are creatures who need to talk with other people, and it's necessary to do that, because otherwise you just get very depressed and isolated and insecure. I was trying to isolate myself, and it was kind of a bad habit of mine, which kept me very depressed. Maybe it's drinking, maybe it's partying, maybe it's certain people, or like speaking to certain people, you feel like they're pulling me down into that state. Also for me, it was having no goals, no plans, or something to work on. If I had before some kind of goals that I would set and I'll work for it, I would be way happier, because we as human beings, we constantly need to work for something. You know, people when they get retired, a lot of people, they get very depressed because they don't have any goals anymore, they don't know what to do, they're not learning anything. That's why they get very depressed, and some of it's like very sad that older people, they end up doing a suicide because they don't have any meaning or purpose anymore. That's why in Japan actually people are constantly learning, they don't stop working. That's why they live the longest, especially in certain like mountain areas. They're constantly working, they have things to do, they're happy and fulfilled with it, and they're not rushing anywhere. That's exactly why. So you always need some goals in your thing. I want to read this book. That's your goal for now, and you work on that. Or look, I want to learn this topic, and you go and learn. And you constantly change these goals so you can grow towards something and also have meaning and purpose. And third thing that I want to tell is move your body. Without movement, as we all know, you get lazy, you get very stiff in your body, and also very depressed. I think around 25% chance that your level of depression will be lower if you work out regularly. And as we all know, movement is like medicine. You don't need to pay for it. It's the best medicine for a brain. Literally the best. So naturally, when you're moving, your brain releases different hormones like oxytocin, like dopamine. When you finish your workout and you set the goal to finish it, you did, and it's healthy dopamine that it's supposed to be released. Also endorphins, it's like natural painkillers. They raise your mood, they raise your confidence, they help you to look better at the same time and be less depressed and actually see meaning in the things. Moving, it's non-negotiable. If you're just sitting at home all day long, you don't move anywhere as I was doing before. Then I started doing some taekwondo lessons and then I went to the gym eventually. And this changed my life and me completely, my body completely, and I'm so grateful that I started back then. And this is the thing that I tell you to do, just move. At least like 30 minutes a day. Go for a walk, go for a run, go to the gym, sign up for some classes if you don't feel like you can do it alone. Sign for some classes like boot camps. It does not mean that you should like build your dream body, become a bodybuilder or like fitness model. No, just move your body at least 30 minutes a day or like 4 times a week for an hour, right? It will change your life, I tell you. To make it more exciting, maybe set certain fitness goals if you want to, like, my goal is to walk 4 times a week for 30 minutes. Or anything that you can imagine, just do some movements with your body. It could be something active, it could be like swimming, running, tennis, anything that you feel like you like it and you might enjoy it or you want to try something. Sign up for that class. You'll have better sleep, more confidence, looking good, also being more happier, less depressed. With time, you'll get more and more of it if you stay consistent. It doesn't matter how bad you feel, just go and move. You'll feel way better, especially if you're feeling so low and depressed. There's no crazy goals that you need to set right away. Just start moving. And by the way, our body, it wasn't created to sit all day long. Our body, you see, it's created to move, to run, to explore, to travel. Just move, because it's naturally not created to sit all day long near your desk. Quite long video, but the last one is nutrition. And this point is quite strong because nutrition, it's everything. Like everything I can say. If you have poor nutrition, you'll have poor mental health. It's 100% for mental and physical health, not only mental health. Bad sleep, unbalanced hormones, feeling tired, feeling depressed. So I told you, if you're feeding your body death, you'll feel unalive. Feeding yourself some junk food, some chips, some burgers, some pizza, overprocessed foods. If you feed yourself that, you feel unalive. If you feed yourself life, everything that is basically alive, like whole grains, like fruits, smoothies, different meat, fish, all of these things, they're amazing for your body and you will feel alive after that because it's live. It's healthy, it's not junk or processed, fried 1,000 times in some oil. If you're not going to watch your nutrition, your mental health is going to be on the lowest level ever possible. I always tell people that if you don't sleep enough, if you're tired, if you feel very low mood, at least eat healthy. It will bring you back, it will make you feel at least a little bit better. With time, long term, it will help you to balance your hormones. It will help you to this glow of your skin. And like literally every single time people ask me if I go to the gym but I won't eat very healthy, very high protein, will I see results? I told them no. Like nutrition is the foundation of the way you feel, of how your hormones are functioning, of your looks, of everything, of your health. If you eat a lot of sugar, if you eat a lot of junk and you don't actually look after your nutrition a lot, you will probably get a lot of mood swings, a lot of problems with your health and your depression, and you'll get low mood, low energy, constant fatigue. I did not wanted to admit it before, but yeah, the huge part, a big role, mood, energy before when I was depressed played nutrition and I did not want to admit it. I ate very little for my body, for myself. That's exactly what ruined my hormones and it wasn't so healthy. I truly want to say that nutrition is a huge part. It doesn't mean that you should not eat anything at all, but it does not also mean that you should overeat. It's always a battle with temporary pleasure or delayed gratification. I cannot tell that I'm obsessed with healthy food and I always want to eat healthy. No. Sometimes I'm literally sick of certain products and I don't want to eat that, but I will push myself to do that and to eat healthy. I just know that later my body will thank me and say, and I'm so happy that you ate before. So please start choosing delayed gratification with the thing that you're eating. So remember this rule in the morning: no coffee on an empty stomach, no skipping your breakfast. And please, if you're eating breakfast, don't eat some kind of cereal packed with sugars, but eat some healthy whole foods like fruits, veggies. You can eat also, for example, I like eating eggs with avocado or just oatmeal with some nuts, with some chia seeds. It makes me feel good and I truly enjoy that. The more I started looking after my nutrition, the better I feel. Thank you so much for watching this video. I truly hope it helped. Also, if you'd like to learn more, to improve your overall feeling, to battle with depression or different anxieties, insecurities, if you're in a state where I have been a few years before and I told you about it, you're feeling similar, I can help you with that if you would like to. I have one-on-one coaching and everyone is invited if you'd like to. We can work with you in this and discuss different things and we can go through every single one and do deep internal work. I think it's way easier to do it with someone than alone. Thank you so much for watching this video. I truly enjoyed sharing these things with you and it felt like a video from my heart, not from the script, but actually from my heart. Thank you so much for everyone who watched until this point. I know that you got a lot of useful information. Thank you so much. See you in the next video. Subscribe for more useful content and ideas and things to improve your life.